Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited you're here with me today. I did a little announcement on my Instagram stories telling you I had a very special video for you today, and I do. So I am back with my Fierce Aging series. Now, if you're new to my channel and you don't know what my Fierce Aging series is, it's a series where I feature women of age from all decades, from 40s, 50s.
I was 50 and I walked out of my house and the garbage men were there and nobody said anything. And I remember screaming, "What? I don't look good today?" And they all turned around and said, "You look great." I said, "Thank you. Next time I shouldn't have to ask you."
60s, 70s, 80s. I actually had a woman in here that was 101. It's a very special time for me as a professional makeup artist to be sharing my talent and also giving you approachable, beautiful makeup. This is not typical YouTube makeup. This is about celebrating women's age. It's not about covering up. I'm not doing 77 different steps. I use my cosmetic line that I developed because of my classes that I had since 10 years ago, that it was really simplified makeup to help you feel beautiful, to help you feel confident, to get you back in the makeup game, and about women of age just being relevant. And my series that kind of was just on a whim last March of 2019 featured women 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. Each week I did a different decade, and it was so popular. You had requested this from me, and so I put it together, and it was just so well received that I continued it throughout the year, and then I opened it up to my audience. So I had a casting and we picked out some other women from all over the country. They came in. You've seen it in the series. It's been so special. It's been so much fun for me.
I can let a younger woman know that she doesn't have to turn into a frump when she gets older, and she can have gray hair and be visible and be relevant and be foxy and all of those things.
I have just loved it. So now when the pandemic hit, I pivoted to doing Zoom. I did 15-minute free beauty consultations. I still wanted to give back, and I saw over 150 women over the summer, and that was just such a really special time for me to connect with you. I always still want to be connecting with you, and so I thought, all right, so how do I move and still be in touch with you if I can't do my Fierce Aging series? So now that we're in Florida, this is our third and final stage of our opening up. I asked my mother if she felt comfortable coming into the studio. I would be wearing a mask. I have all brand new makeup for her, and the brushes are brand new. So everything is totally clean, and we have hospital grade sanitation, as we always have here in the studio, from permanent makeup, etc. So none of that changed for us, but I wanted to showcase some fall makeup. I'm using a palette that is a beautiful plummy palette called Let Go, and I really think that it's just so perfect for this time of letting go of expectations and letting go of the beauty demands that we put on ourselves, or what society says of us, or, letting go of, oh, I could never be gray, but you're going through this period of time where you've almost been forced to not be able to go to your stylist, and it's letting go of everything that you're really holding on to, or maybe false beliefs about your beauty, or about certain things that you have to do, or certain things that you say to yourself. So it's a very powerful product line when it comes to mantras and being positive about your beauty and your age. And I give you 3 different looks with my mom for her lips, which was really fun. So I started off with Committed, very natural, beautiful pink. I moved into a fall color called Determined, very beautiful plummy. And then I went into On a Mission, which is a nice bright pink. So I give you lots of options. I'm going to be doing voiceover. It was very difficult talking through a mask. I was worried that you wouldn't be able to hear me. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I loved spending time with my mom. It's been a very long time, 7 months now. And just celebrating that we're here, that we can wear makeup, that we can feel beautiful. And I hope you can feel that through this video. And ladies, let's get this beauty started. So I'm going to start off with the Ever Biometric Peel Pads. I've been using these for about 4 years now. I love them. They're a daily powerful peel that's going to be very good for sensitive skin also. This is going to smooth and retexturize the skin. It has the azelaic acid that's been clinically proven to reduce the appearance of spots. I love this product. Next up is the Chantecaille Bio Lipidine Serum. This is a powerful botanical with peptides, this serum. And Shantakai sent this to me recently. I've been loving using it. I really wanted to deeply hydrate my mom's skin before foundation, before BB cream. That is so important, ladies. You have to prep the skin in order for your makeup to look flawless, radiant, dewy, pretty, fresh. If you have dry skin, if you have flaky skin, that's exactly what your foundation is going to look like over dry, flaky skin. That's what it's going to look like. So I'm prepping her skin, want it really deeply moisturized. I love this serum. And then I just really think that you can see how hydrated her skin looks. Next, I'm going to use the Ever Canvas. This is a primer with SPF 30. It is a clean beauty product. I love using this. I'm not very big into primers, but I love the Ever Canvas, and I also love the Elemis Pro Collagen. You'll see that in my other videos too. So you have two options that I really like using.
So this is the canvas that you put on to keep me from getting any ultraviolet light?
Yes.
I haven't tried canvas before. It feels good. So would you say that you should have your sunblock underneath your base coat, right?
Yes.
Next, I'm going to be using the Ever Skincare Revive Intensive Eye Lift. Deeply, deeply hydrating, and also it's a gel, it's not a cream. I love how it just sinks right into the skin, and then I can go over with the rest of my makeup. So here we go with the Nikol Cosmetics Eye and Lip Primer. This is the first product that I will use on the face before foundation, before anything. I want to prime the eyelids. I want to get rid of the darkness, the redness, anything that's on the eyelid, so I can prime it perfectly for the eyeshadow that's going to be coming up next. So you're going to see I'm taking out all of that redness, all of the darkness, the veins, all the discoloration. Next, I'm going to go in with the Let Go palette. This is new for fall. It's a beautiful plummy palette. It has a sheen, so the two colors have a sheen, and then the brow bone is not. That is a matte color. So I'm going to put the concentration of the eyeshadow from the base of the lashes to the middle of her eye, and I'm going to then sheer it out. I really just want a beautiful wash of color. That's kind of my style. I love working with deeper colors with women of age, but I also like shearing them out, and I do like the sheen. I don't think there's any rules that you cannot wear a sheen if you're over 50, 60, 70, 80s. You've seen that all over my channel, that I love working with sheens. It gives a little bit of light to the face. It gives a little bit of freshness, so you're not always wearing matte. There's nothing wrong with matte eyeshadows if that's what you like, but I love giving a little bit of highlight. You'll see now that I'm just shearing out this color. I'm using it all over the eye. And I really want to work this in. They're triple milled, very, very silky on the eye, very easy to apply, very easy to blend. So you cannot over blend. So I can keep going as much as I want. If I feel like I've sheared it out too much, I can go back with the eyeshadow, add some more depth. Maybe I want it to be really dramatic. I can also do that. Just depends on your application, how you're feeling that day. Now I'm going to take the bone color and I'm going to just highlight the brow bone. This is a matte color. It's very simple. I just want it to be incorporated into the shadow I just applied. Now we're going to take the contour color, which is the last eyeshadow in the palette, and I'm going to add it to the corner of the outer eye. Now this can be done multiple different ways and how your eye structure is. So my mom has a little bit of a larger eye, so I'm going to just go and do this little triangle and start blending. I just want to create some depth and dimension for her. I'm not trying to go over the top, go overboard. I'm working with her eye. I'm working with her eye shape. And this is just part of blending it out and really giving it a very seamless look with the other eyeshadow. Now I'm going to take a little bit of that contour color and just drag it underneath the eye. It really balances out the eye. See how her left eye right now for us is just balanced, and now we're just going to drag a little bit of this color underneath. I just think it looks so pretty and diffused and soft.
Oh, those are the new brow stencils. I'm really excited about that. I have a hard time getting my eyebrows to look normal.
So we're going to go with the slim arch.
So the slim arch is what you advise? Okay, great.
Now working with my new brow stencils, I'm taking the skinny brow pencil and taupe, and I'm just measuring off where her brow should start, where they should arch, and where it should end. So I'm just giving myself these little kind of points, because when I put the template over, I'm going to match them up to where the brow first starts, and then I'm going to see where it arches, and then I'm going to see where it ends. I usually stop a little bit shorter. I don't like a really long brow. I don't want to drag down the eye. So I want to just use this little stencil. This is such a great tool. It really gives you that natural brow.
Are you coloring it in, or are you doing like brow strokes?
Like brow strokes, but just giving it enough of it. So when I take it off, it's enough there that I can start penciling it in. Just to give me a little bit of a template. And then what I do is I just do feather strokes. I can do it a little bit higher arch. Now my mom has two different brows, just like almost all of us. So her right brow, when we're looking at her, to us, it's her right brow. It's really her left, but it's a little bit higher. I'm not going to try to make it lower and try to kind of really accentuate that. I'm just going with what she has naturally and giving a little bit of definition to the brow and trying to bring it down just a little bit, filling it in, but I'm not reconstructing her whole brow. Now you're going to see right in this little area, see where she has no hair? This is where the stencil is so great because it's going to show you where you should be having hair. So I'm just going to fill that in a little bit so it almost connects the front tuft of that hair. So she has the hair in the medial part, and then the lateral part she really doesn't. So this really will help her know where her brow should start, know where it should arch, how far she should come down. So again, this brow is going to be a little bit higher than the other one, but I'm not a big, especially with permanent makeup, trying to get them exactly perfect. Everyone has an asymmetrical face. So it does not make sense to me to try to raise up the other one super high to match this one. It is what it is. I like to fill them in. I like them to look natural, and I like them to look more symmetrical, but I am not looking for perfection. I have learned early on in my career that it's just not possible with the face. I don't try to create that. I try to make it look as natural as possible. I want my clients, my guests in the studio to feel very comfortable and not like I just transformed their brow and it looks totally different. Now I'm going in with our mauve waterproof eyeliner pencil. I thought this was a beautiful pencil. I could have used charcoal also. We have that in waterproof. I just love the mauve. I just love having a little bit of that color. You'll see it when I get a little bit closer. You get that beautiful, beautiful deepness, and it's just a little bit different. So I'm going very, very tight to the eyelashes, which is my signature style. I don't like a very heavy eyeliner. And you're gonna see I'm gonna just blend it out with my smudge brush and just make it a little diffused. Tiny bit underneath the eyes. I'm going to just do a little bit just to give a little bit more definition, not too much. I only go in about a quarter of the way. I don't go in all the way to the tear duct. And now I'm going to just use a little bit of my Intense mascara. This is a great one for someone like my mom that has very sparse lashes. They're very short. So the teeth on this brush, it's very thin, are going to get to every single one of her lashes. And that's really important because it's very frustrating when you have lashes like my mom and you have a big fluffy brush that just doesn't coat your lashes. And this one will do that for you. It's going to get all of your lashes. Now I'm going in with Naked Lashes 420, one of my favorites. They are so natural. You've seen them all over my channel for so long. I'm going to apply these to my mom. It makes her very happy, and I love putting these on her. Next, I'm going in with our Cool Buff Trio Concealer, and I'm going to the inner corner of the eye. I'm going to go down. I usually do a little bit of a triangle to lighten the eye area. Again, I'm not into heavy concealer. I really pay attention to the fact that women don't like to have creasing with their their concealer. They don't like the cakiness, the heaviness. This is really nice because it's going to go on, it's going to cover, but it's not going to be heavy and cracking. So you're going to see I'm going to set it with powder after I apply the eye brightener, but this is basically what I do. I take it from the tear duct down to the nose and all in between, so you have a really nice lightness, lots of coverage, but it doesn't look like you're wearing tons of concealer.
I really like this concealer because it's easy to apply, and I have noticed that I have darker areas right where your glasses sit on your nose. So I like to clear up that with some of this concealer, and I like to dab it on underneath the eyes. It covers well, and I feel like it lightens up the area.
Okay, so now I'm using our eye brightener, one of our most popular products. This is a twist up pen. This is going to highlight the area. You can see where we get a little bit more darkness up in that nose area right there. I'm going to just really keep it nice and light. She has a little redness just in between her lip and her nose. I'm going to put it up on her forehead and on her chin. And this is really important. She was asking me, do you put this on after your concealer? And yes, I just want some highlight. You can even put it on after you do some of your foundation if you feel like you want to highlight certain areas of your face. So I'm just taking my buffing foundation brush. I'm working it into her skin, just really nice and seamless. I want to press it into the skin. I'm not dragging it across. I'm just pressing it into her skin. And then I'm actually mixing two of my BB creams. I'm using a little fair and a little light. So I'm gonna mix those together, and then I'm gonna put it on her. So this is really a nice thing to do because you can customize your BB cream. Sometimes maybe in the winter you're gonna be a little bit lighter, maybe in the summer you're gonna be darker. So it's nice to be able to mix and kind of customize. Now I'm really going for her skin tone. It doesn't look normal with my mom being so fair and with blue eyes and silver hair to make her too dark. So I'm just really matching her skin tone and making her really look natural. Going to just take a little bit of my pressed translucent HD powder just in her T-zone and just putting it in the T-zone area to set and underneath the eyes. Now I'm going to go in with Plummy, which is our cream blush. I love cream blush on more mature skin. It just makes the skin come alive. It looks really beautiful. I'm applying it with a foundation brush. It can also be used as a cream blush brush. And I work it in with my hands. This is just really pretty to kind of complement the eyeshadow. Really looks pretty. You can see the skin through it. So it's not heavy powders on the face. It's a beautiful, this can also be used on the lips, but this is a beautiful creamy blush that just really pops the skin, makes the skin come alive, but it doesn't look like you're wearing a lot of makeup. And it's very versatile, very easy to put on. You can use a brush, you can use your fingers, you can add as much as you want, or you can sheer it out like I am and just giving her a little bit of color. Now I'm going to take our kohl lip liner in Glacier Pink. Very pretty lip liner. I'm going to just line her lips and then I fill them in just a little bit. I noticed that her lips are very dry, so I wanted to put on a little bit of our vitamin E lip treatment just to kind of give her a little moisture. And now I'm going in with Worth It. I did say it was committed, but this is our Worth It lipstick. It's in the Unstoppable collection. Beautiful, beautiful, natural, very pretty. I wanted to take you from the baseline of just having a nice, beautiful, natural pink, and then we're going to bump it up in a little bit. Put a little Pink Lady gloss on because you know I can't do any lipstick without putting on a gloss. And then I'm taking my Private Island. This is a blush palette that came out for fall. I just wanted to give her a little bit of some contour. Very, very pretty palette. It's one of my favorites now. It's just so pretty. I only have 3 different blush palettes. Ageless, this one, My Private Island, and then I have Mood Changer. That's also new. So these are really fun to play with. You have 3 different beautiful colors to play with.
Oh, wow. I love the lips. They're really nice and soft. I think it's great. One of the things that seems like it could be overused is the word creamy. Everything went on so nicely and felt so good. I really liked it.
Now tell the ladies how you felt since in March. Tell like about your beauty and how you felt mentally. Like how do you feel the pandemic and having to stay home affect you and how you thought you looked?
I think that initially we didn't know what to expect, and as time went on, I think that it became more apparent that it was more difficult to get yourself up and put on all your makeup and you know, go about your day the way you had been used to doing. And I think that as the months went by and everything seemed to slow down, that I felt like I looked quite a bit older than I did when I started it in March. So in talking to some of my peers, I sort of threw out the question, hey, you know, do you feel like you've aged, you know, or when you look in the mirror, do you feel like you look older than you did a few months ago? And without exception, every single friend of mine said the same thing. Yeah, I think I've aged, and I wonder why. I don't know if it was just not wearing makeup or not having it. I don't know what it was. I don't know. But that was what we all sort of felt together in my age range. But this was a real treat today, feeling and experiencing all this makeup. And it was my first time spending any time with my daughter in almost 7 months, so it was really a special day.
So in your 70s, what do you do to make yourself keep going and not feel bad about aging?
I don't feel bad about aging. I think that it's, you know, I think we should all accept it and be the best that we can be. But I think that taking care of ourselves and making ourselves a priority instead of all those years of making everybody else a priority, it's time to take that time for ourselves. That would probably be it. I think that the names of some of your colors are really interesting. I love this mauve-y color that you put on me, Let Go. And I think in the last few months, I've learned to let go of a lot of material things that I had been hanging on to for decades. And I think I've been able to let go of some of my preconceptions about, you know, things in general.
Well, that's good. So do you feel that this life experience we went through has given you more clarity on your life?
I think that it's made us look at our lives differently. Like we realize without exception, we all are going to end up passing through this life at some point. I think that I've thought about it as something that never happens to me. I'll just think about it tomorrow. But I think it made things more realistic, more real. We have to accept everything and appreciate everything as we go through each day.
That's good. That's what I think too.
Good.
Yeah. So, in conclusion, what advice do you have for women that might be struggling with their hair going gray because of the pandemic, or maybe it wasn't their first choice to go gray? What's your advice to women in your 70s on making yourself feel attractive and feel beautiful on a daily basis? Like, what's your kind of motto or mantra or secret sauce to making yourself feel good each day?
Gee, that's difficult. I don't know what makes me feel better every day. I'm just happy that I woke up and I've got a beautiful, beautiful state to live in. And I appreciate everything I have in my life, my family, my friends. My pets. I like my pets a lot. They always stick around. So yeah, I don't know what advice, just be yourself. I think it's time to realize who you really are and let yourself be that person, not cover up. And that's what's nice about your makeup. You're not covering anything up, you're just enhancing the beauty that is in everyone.
That's wonderful. So here we are with Determined. This is actually my mom's signature color. It's beautiful, a little bit deeper. And then I take her from that, going into On a Mission, a nice beautiful pink with a little Mentha Clear lip gloss, which is peppermint infused. So I want to know, what color do you love the best on her? Do you like it natural with Worth It? Do you love the Determined, or do you love On a Mission? So leave it in the comments below. We would love to hear your favorite. And until my next video, I'll see you later.